In this video, we will be learning how to read music. Reading music is like reading a book, and it becomes easier and easier the more that you do it, so that eventually you will be able to learn some of your favorite songs all on your own. So let's go ahead and get started. As you may already know, this is the area where the notes live, and this is called the staff. And as you can see, there are 5 lines with spaces in between those lines. And at the beginning of the staff, you'll notice this cool looking symbol, and this is called a treble clef. Sounds like the word trouble, but there's an E, so it's pronounced treble. And it's kind of like a club sign for violin players. So violin players read treble clef, viola, cello, and bass players read something that's different, and it looks different too. So again, treble clef, and I will show you at the end of this video how to draw a treble clef. It's pretty cool. Next, we are going to review something you may have already learned in music class, and that is line notes and space notes. Notes have 2 different places to live. They can either live on a line like this, or they can live in a space. As you can see, these notes are cutting through a line, and these notes live inside of a white space. And each of these notes has its own name, so its own letter name. So we're going to review a trick on how to remember the names of these notes. So this note is called E, this note is G, B, D, and F. And a way to remember that, you may already know, is every good boy does fine, or every good boy deserves fudge. E for every, G for good, B for boy, and so on. Now we're going to move to our space notes. These notes live inside the white space, and an easy way to remember these notes is F, A, C, E, and what word does that spell? It spells face, and face rhymes with space. So space notes, we remember face, F-A-C-E. Okay, now let's test your knowledge. First, let's make sure we can identify line notes versus space notes. So I'm going to draw 4 different notes, and your job is to tell me if I drew a line note or a space note. So here's 1 out of 4. And your job is to tell me if it's a line or a space. So does this note live on a line, or is it in a space? And if you said line, you are correct. Second question, is this a line or a space note? And if you answered line, you are correct. A line is cutting through that note. Okay, 2 more questions. Line or space? And if you said space, you are correct because it's sitting in a white space. And last question. And that is a space note because it's in a white space. Okay, now let's see if you can name the note that I draw. So this time you're going to see the note and tell me what the name of the note is. And first we're going to just do line notes. So remember, every good boy does fine, E, G, B, D, F. Okay, so I'm just going to draw 1 note. So for example, I'll just draw 1 note, and you have to count up and see every good, so that would be G. Okay, let's see if you can do it. First note is a line note, so every good boy does fine. See if you can figure out the name of the note. So it's a line note, every good boy does fine, so this is going to be E for every. Hopefully you got that right. Let's try 3 more. Next one is So line note, think about it. Okay, let's walk up together. We've got every good boy, so this note should be B. Congratulations if you got that correct. 2 more. All right, let's walk up together. Every good boy does. So that note is D for does. If you got that correct, awesome job. And our last one. And let's count up. Every good, so G is the note. All right, now let's try some space notes. So we remember notes in the space look like this. And we remember space rhymes with face, and we spell face like this, F-A-C-E. Okay, so I'm gonna erase our key, just draw one note, you tell me what the note is. Okay, if you guessed F, you are correct. We've got F-A-C-E, so this is F for face. Let's draw 3 more. And if you guessed C, you are correct. Let's count up together. F-A-C for face, F-A-C-E. Okay, so that is C. 2 more. And the answer is E. So if you guessed E, you are awesome. Let's try counting up together. F-A-C-E. So that note is E. And last one. And we got, if you answered A, you are correct. Let's count up together. F-A-C-E. So that is A. Nice job. And finally, we are going to move up to the advanced level, and I'm going to draw either a line note or a space note. And you have to tell me, answer 2 questions, if it's a line or space, and the name of the note. So remember, line notes are every good boy does fine. Space rhymes with face. Okay, so the first note, remember, you tell me line or space, and then the name of the note. Okay, here we go. Okay, so please tell me if it's a line or a space. If you guessed space, awesome job. And remember space, face. So this would be F, because F is the first letter of face. Okay, let's do a few more. Next one. Okay, so is a line or a space? If you answered space, awesome job. And we're gonna count up the letters of face. So F-A-C, so that would be C. A couple more. Line or space, and then the name of the note. Okay, is it a line or a space? It should be a line note. And you remember lines as every good boy. So this is every good, G for good. All right, let's do 2 more. Line or space. Okay, so it should be a line note. We're going to count up together. Every good boy deserves. So D for deserves. And our final one, line or space. And this is a line note, and we're going to count up every good boy. So B for boy. All right, please be on the lookout for new videos and materials that I will be posting to go deeper and help improve our note reading abilities so that in no time you are able to read all on your own. Until then, thanks for watching and happy practicing.